What's going on, guys? Mike here from MB Reviews and More, back with another video. Wanted to talk a little bit today about something a little different on the channel, but something that's been getting a lot of attention nationwide, and it's been happening for a long time. As you can probably tell from the thumbnail, this is about excessive force being used by the police today, especially in the U.S. I don't know if it's just me, but you know, as someone who creates content, I also watch a lot of content on YouTube, and one of the things I do watch a lot of are these police videos, and it's just really getting amazing how many of these police are just like beating up on citizens for like ridiculous things. I mean, people being pulled over for, you know, maybe a headlight out and end up in a hospital because police are just going crazy out there. Now, let me just start by saying I'm not anti-police by any means. We need the police. Defunding the police, I don't think is the answer. That's just going to create less police and less response times to real emergencies. What in my opinion is they need better training, much better training, and these officers that are doing this excessive force stuff, they need to be, you know, they need to look at this qualified immunity thing. I think that they get this and they just think they can do whatever they want. And a lot of them are getting away with it. However, there is a little bit more now actually, you know, losing their jobs, and some of them even getting jail time, and it's well deserved. You know, these guys, they do have a tough job, but they're not the only ones out there that have a tough job. You watch these videos and you see, you know, they pull somebody over, they're immediately aggressive. Like, it's like everybody is a criminal or a drug dealer, you know, a murder, rapist. You know, they're being pulled over for a taillight. You know, they constantly want to search your car. Oh, I smell marijuana. You know, people don't even smoke. It's just an excuse they use to get in and hope to find something. I mean, what's going on? And what's happening to police? And I'd like to get your feedback, especially if you've been in a situation where this has maybe happened to you. What's your thoughts on this? To me, it's just getting a little out of control. It's bad. I mean, almost every video you watch out there, that's you know, obviously you're not going to see too many. You're not going to see too many good videos because it wouldn't make for a story. But there's a lot of them, and it's not like this is stuff. Oh, people put this up there, they edit the videos. You can watch. This is a lot from their own body cams, and it's like they either forget that they're on or they just don't care. It's crazy, but it's getting out of control. I mean, people are getting seriously hurt from police being excessive, just beating on people, old people and everything. I mean, people in their 70s, you know, down to kids that are like 14 years old. I mean, getting beat up for the stupidest things because police, the arrogance and the ego. You know, if they say something to you, you're supposed to immediately obey them, or, you know, that's it. They jump off the handle and, you know, they're tackling you. You know, if you haven't committed a crime, you don't have to talk to police. But it seems like in their mind, regardless, if they ask you something or tell you something, you're supposed to just obey. And that's just not constitutional. It's not lawful, and it's getting really out of hand, and it's getting ridiculous. And like I said, I'm not anti-police, but I think there's a serious need for better training. And the qualified immunity thing needs to be looked at hard because they're just getting away with too much. For as many that get, you know, fired or even convicted, there's 10 times more out there that are just getting away with this shit. You see when they're looked into, they have like, you know, 50 complaints against them. You know, 30 of those complaints might be for excessive force or something like that. And these people they just go on every day. There's no discipline. Or if they do get disciplined and maybe let go by that department, they end up working for another department, and they just start doing the same crap where they left off at the other department. It's crazy. There's just not enough accountability for police. You know, nowadays you have a lot of social media. I started seeing a lot of this in the past 15 years, and it just seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. But there's a lot of social media now, obviously, so a lot of these things are getting caught on video, and I think that's really brought to light the ruthlessness of the police and how they police. I'm sure this has been going on a lot longer. This has probably been going on for the last 30 years, for all we know. I think that social media is what's really bringing it to light, and you're seeing a lot more of it. But you would think, as a police officer, I mean, obviously they know the social media is exposing a lot of this stuff. You would think that would back them off a little bit. The problem is it's not backing them off at all. At least from what I see, every day I can turn on YouTube and there's about 20 new videos of police with excessive force. And like I said, this isn't just from regular people taking video, and this is from their own body cameras. It's really, to me, getting amazing that it's happening at this rapid of a pace, and it continues to happen. It's like they don't care. I don't understand it. You would think, hey, I'm on camera now. I got some accountability. I got to be careful what I do. But no, they're just going about, using force on people for no reason at all, and it's getting way out of control, in my opinion. Like I said, I'd like to get your thoughts, how you see the police today, and I'm sure if you watch a lot of YouTube, you've probably seen a lot of these videos yourself. Nowadays, there's a pretty large movement in people going out and filming the police like it's their job, like they're activists, filming the police, for accountability, challenge the rights of citizens. And you see a lot of them, you may look at them and say, oh, a lot of these guys are instigators and they're looking for trouble. And in some cases, yeah, that's a fair argument. They want to get, the worse, the more attention they get, especially if it's bad attention from the police, the better video it's going to make for them. It's going to create good content. But that doesn't mean what they're doing is illegal. They have the right to film. And if you watch a lot of these guys that do this, they're just filming. It's always, the trouble never begins until the police come and interact with them. And that's when things usually get escalated. Now, like I said, some of these guys, they push it a little too far sometimes. But it's their legal right to film, especially in public. And it's amazing to me how a lot of police who are supposed to, they're enforcing their law enforcement. They're supposed to be there to enforce laws, and they don't even know half of the laws. They'll sit there and try to tell you that, oh, you can't film here, it's illegal. Well, it's not. And it's just amazing how many cops out there don't even know the laws they're enforcing, and they just make up their own laws as they go, just to try to hem you up. Now, I've been around for a little while now on this planet, and I've had my share of police encounters, especially when I was, in my early 20s and early 30s. And I ran into some cops that were really cool. There was some times where they could have hemmed me up, and they didn't. But I've also ran into cops that were just total assholes, and for no reason. They want you to pretty much bow down to everything they say, and if you don't, they're trying to jack you up. So I've seen it myself. I'm sure almost everybody watching this video has had some type of police encounter, whether it's good or bad. And there's no reason for the police to treat the public like that, the citizens like that. Serve and protect. That's out the window. They don't. They don't really do that anymore. Now it's like, they pull you over and they're just looking to hem you up. And it's like they want to take you to jail. It's like, it's amazing to me. Police could be used, there's there's a lot of criminal activity out there that needs attention, and to me, they're putting the attention in the wrong areas. Jacking people up for minor traffic violations, and then turn into people getting arrested for obstruction. Everything that comes out of their mouth lately is obstruction and interference. It's unreal. How about going out and checking neighborhoods where there's high robbery crimes and whatnot, and dealing with killers, or you know what I mean, like just serious crime, instead of spending so much time looking for trouble for people just driving down the road or even walking down the street. People are getting abused just for walking down the street. Police constantly like to retaliate too. I mean, it's not against the law to tell your public officials how you feel. You have the right to even if it's a little nasty, but little things like you drive by a police officer and you flip them off. That's your right. It's not illegal to flip off a police officer. But I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 of those cops that you flip off, they're going to turn around, they're going to pull you over, and they're going to come up with a reason, a different reason, because most of them know they can't pull you over because you flipped them off. But they're going to find something or going to make something up just to retaliate against you. It's like their feelings, their ego can't take that, and what they're going to say in their mind, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to find something to hem you up with. The retaliation factor it's pretty big out there among police as well. And like I said, I'm sure you see a lot of these videos, and I'm really curious to what your opinion is on this whole situation. And as this guy in front of me here is driving a little crazy, and we get around him, you don't know when he knows what he's doing here. But yeah, I'd like to get your thoughts and your opinion on how you see the police today, and if you think what they're doing is okay, and you think that maybe the people that get abused, that they deserve what they get, let me know. I mean, from what I see, sometimes people can be tough to deal with, especially drunk people, and some of them deserve to be arrested and taken to jail. But that's one thing. But they don't necessarily deserve to get like 10 elbows to the face, kicked in the ribs, all because they're talking shit to a police officer, or they turn. And how many times do you see these videos where they get a guy on the ground, they knee in his back, his hands are behind his back, and they're continually punching the guy or the whoever, and they're constantly saying stop resisting, and clearly on the video there is no resisting. If you're getting punched or even tased, like they tase a lot of people now, you're not going to be able to sit still. Your body's going to flinch, it's going to move. If somebody's pounding you in the head or kicking you, it's kind of hard to stay still. But you constantly hear the police yelling, stop resisting, as they're just like beating the shit out of you. I mean, it's crazy. Recently there's a video that's gotten a lot of attention from one of these activists that go around filming the police. She was an older lady, I can't remember the name of her channel, but she films the police. I believe she's in her 60s. And she was just filming. They were doing something in a parking lot, not even anything major. She's filming, and the next thing you know, cop throws or slams her to the ground, like right on her face. So she took a lot of damage to her face. I think there was a couple of broken bones, but she had some black eyes, contusions. It's a 60-year-old woman just sitting there filming, and I guess she had the nerve to ask a question, and that wasn't. Officer didn't like it, and he slammed her and messed her up, and now there's some lawsuits, I guess, going to be in place for that, and I'm sure you can find it. I can't remember the name of her channel, but it's a pretty popular video. It just happened in the past couple of weeks. We're sitting at like July 20th right now, so I'm sure you can find that. But it's ridiculous. There's no place for the police to just be torturing its citizens like that and constantly just looking to hem us up. You know, what they don't realize, or even maybe they do, they just don't care, is, you know, they start charging these people with all this obstruction and, you know, battery on an officer, which is a felony. I mean, they're really, they're ruining people's lives. You know, it could be an everyday good working citizen who just happens to have a police encounter, has never done nothing, and all of a sudden he's got multiple felonies and multiple misdemeanor charges on him for being, you know, for driving down the road, and he had a Christmas tree freshener hanging from his mirror that turned bad. I mean, just the things that they pull you over for now is stupid, and to me, that's part of the issue. That tells me they're just looking for something, and you're pulling people over for having air fresheners attached to their mirror now because it somehow supposedly obstructs your vision, which we all know is totally ridiculous. You know, we're not looking out the middle of the window. You have to be sitting in the middle for that to even have any kind of interference with your driving. I mean, it's the stupid things that they find just to pull you over, and then all of a sudden, oh, you either smell like beer or I smell marijuana coming from your car. And half the time, and even more than half the time, you see these people ain't drinking, they don't even smoke or do any type of drugs, but yet even some of them, you know, especially with the booze ones, they're passing field sobriety tests, and they're even blowing zeros, and they're still getting arrested because the cop's training tells him that, oh, I still believe that there's got to be something else going on. In other words, saying, oh, you're probably taking something, maybe a pill or something. We're going to take you in, and we're going to draw your blood. This is happening a real lot. And I saw a video. This one cop had like 7 times where he's arrested people that are stone straight. Why is this guy still working? That's ridiculous. His training is no good. It's not working. You know, people are blowing zero. You're telling people you're pulling them over because you suspect them of DUI, you know, or you can smell something. You smell something and you use that excuse, but yet they blow zeros. Now they're on something else. What happened to you smelling something? You just totally lie. They just totally lie. And it's really annoying to see it. I get angry watching some of these videos, as I'm sure you guys do too. It's every day. Like I said, I turn on every day. I turn on YouTube, and I can find 10 to 20 new videos popping up of police brutality of some sort, and it's people are getting killed, people are getting roughed up, paralyzed, you name it. It's out of control, and like I said, we need the police. We just need them to do better. They got to do a better job, and they need a lot more training. And the qualified immunity thing really needs to be looked at, and when they're going to use that, it needs to be limited now, because they're falling back on that all the time. It's like, oh, we can do whatever we want. We got qualified immunity. Well, it shouldn't. It needs to change. But let me know what you guys think. I just, you know, it's just, you watch this, you get kind of aggravated. So I know it's a little bit of a different video for me and my channel, but you know, I wanted to just get it out there, kind of a rant, and see where you guys are with today's policing, and hopefully you guys ain't one of the ones that were on the other side of this. But if you were, let me know. Let me know what type of, you know, type of encounter you had. And I'd like to hear it, and maybe we'll do another video, or even go over some of the responses that we get. But until then, guys, appreciate the time. This is Mike from NB Reviews and More. Until next time, I'll see you.